afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, August 12th, and so today, Matt and I were in the city to speak with a GI doctor who can place feeding tubes, like surgical feeding tubes. And so leading up to this appointment, I was super nervous, and Matt can attest, my mood was like pretty bad the last day and this morning just because I was nervous, and I knew that even if things didn't work out, that my GI doctor, my other GI doctor, had a plan, but it just was a very patchy plan. And so we went to this appointment to meet with this doctor, and it went so well. Way better than I was ever anticipating. First off, this doctor was very kind and caring, and he agreed with me on my points and stuff, and he agreed to he not only agreed to place this feeding tube, but to give me a slot next week. When I tell you that my jaw hit the floor and Matt's jaw hit the floor, we were shocked. We thought that because this process has been taking us so long, we anticipated probably waiting months, if not waiting until next year yet. But to be able to get in next week to get a PEG J surgery, that's insane. So he said that he would give me a call because he doesn't know which date it's going to be on yet, but he said he's anticipating either next week Wednesday or next week Friday he'll get me in for surgery for this tube. He's also hoping that it can just be a day surgery, so depending on how my body responds and how I do with the surgery, and if there's no complications, he anticipates that I should be able to go home right after that. That makes me a little bit nervous just because we live 2 hours away from this hospital. So we'll see how things turn out. But yeah, he also has a plan of a bunch of doctors, a team to come and meet with me after surgery about getting things set up for feeding, so a dietitian, and I think he had mentioned a couple other people to just get things figured out. And I was just so blown away by just the whole process. And so now next week I will be gearing up for surgery. I've literally never had surgery before, so I'm a little bit nervous, but also I'm super excited to finally just be getting this tube, because if you've been following along on my journey, it has been an absolute nightmare to try and get this tube underway. I have actually been working with my doctors probably for about a year of mentioning that I think it's time for a tube, and that was 10-15 pounds ago. I've dropped more weight since I first started discussing it with them, and it just took that long because my GI doesn't place them, and so it just took a lot of pestering, and also pestering every single specialist that I saw, so that they all had to return to her and say that I talked about a feeding tube the entire time. And finally she figured out who to send me to, and this doctor has agreed, so that's exciting. So I think this vlog is going to be getting ready for surgery, and it might even be day of, I'm not quite sure. But today, when I found out that I'll be having surgery next week, I know that recovery is really, really difficult. And so what I've heard is it's best to get button down, soft, pajama t-shirts. And so I just ordered a couple on Gap online. And so I'll show you those when they come in person. I have one, so depending on when these shirts ship, I will at least have one to get me by. And yeah, next week I also have IVIG, so it's going to be a really busy back and forth week in the city. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm sorry if you're having a hard time hearing me because of the air conditioner unit, but today is Friday, August 16th, and okay, so at the start of this vlog, I was telling you how I had this appointment with this doctor who told me that he could tentatively get me in next week for feeding tube surgery. And he told me he would get back to me to confirm the date. And here it is, it's Friday, and their office closes in an hour and a half, and I still haven't heard a thing. And I am so frustrated because I have been calling 2 of my doctor's offices. The one I had to call to see if it was safe for me to continue IVIG because I have IVIG scheduled for next week, Monday and Tuesday. And if I'm having surgery, my neurologist wants me to reschedule my IVIG. But I don't yet know if I'm actually having surgery, so I don't want to call and cancel, but it's Friday and I need to figure this out. And on top of that, sorry, I'm really heated right now. On top of that, I have been on the freaking phone all afternoon. I literally got voicemail like 20 plus times at one of my doctor's offices because, so the house that we live in a village. The phone service is very touch and go. And so I really only have good service in my office or outside. And even then, it's not very good. I have to be like pressed up to the window, and I think on their end, I'm still super fuzzy. And so finally, I had heard back from my neurologist. And now I've called back to this GI to remind him that he needs to tell me if I'm having surgery next week because the IVIG place closes at 4, and so I need to figure this out before 4 p.m. Also, I got my period today, which is also why I'm in a bit of a mood because it was over a week late, and so I'm just like, want to hurt someone. Lucy and I are just chilling. I think she's in a mood too, right? Yeah, so I'll update you when I get this figured out. It's later. Okay, so this is what I figured out. I don't know what I said in the last clip, but basically I was calling back and forth between 3 of my doctor's offices because my neurologist needed to confirm whether or not it was safe for me to do IVIG before surgery, and he said he would prefer if I wait until after surgery. So that meant that I needed to figure out an official surgery date, and that office didn't end up getting back to me. So I don't actually know if I'm getting surgery next week, but I just felt like I should cancel IVIG either way. And so I called in to my IVIG place where I get it done, and I canceled, and so I'll have to rebook those, which is unfortunate, but I'd rather, originally I didn't want to have to cancel IVIG without knowing whether or not I was getting the surgery, but I also didn't want to go forward with IVIG and then get a last minute call to have the surgery done and then have to not take that spot. And so instead I was like, you know what, I'll just cancel IVIG for this month. So we'll see how I do with that. I've taken a nap. I have eaten some chocolate because that always makes it better. And yeah, I guess I'll let you guys know when I figure out what my surgery date is. But I've been looking for backpacks, like to the point where I'm like dreaming about backpack shopping in my sleep at this point. And honestly, Canada doesn't have as many good options as the States. I wish we had Target. Honestly, I wish we had Target, but we don't. So I've looked on Amazon, I've looked on like the typical like Walmart staples, Indigo. I've looked on like Herschel and all of the like shoe brands because those are the places that typically sell backpacks in our area. And they're either way too expensive or they're just really bad quality and still expensive. And so I think I finally found one on Etsy that I'm going to buy. I'll show it to you when it comes, I guess. And then I also am going to be placing an order for a Tubi set. So that is basically just some tube care stuff. So that's what I'm gonna be ordering today. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August, I don't actually know what day it is. August, I wanna say it's the 20th? It's the 20th, okay. And so, if you've been watching this vlog, you've seen that I've been a little bit frustrated with not hearing back from my doctor recently. But today I woke up from a missed call from him, and I called him back, and he said that he can place my tube tomorrow. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I was not expecting that because he hadn't gotten back to me last week, and usually that means that the doctor's not going to do it, and this time he's like, yep, I can do it, I'll do it. I got to pick which date I wanted, so I picked tomorrow, and so I'm just like, whoa, I don't really know how to feel. But like I mentioned previously, I have everything ordered that I wanted to get ordered before this surgery, and I've been slowly working away at getting the house kind of clean. Yesterday, I don't know if I've told you guys, but I got a wheelchair, and yesterday I did some housework from my wheelchair. So I actually did vacuuming, and I cleaned the bathroom from my wheelchair, and that was great. And so I'm gonna try to get a little bit more cleaning done today, because for the next like couple of weeks I will be stuck in bed, unable to do anything. And so yeah, I'm very excited, but I'll take you along kind of as I prepare for surgery. Okay, so it's later. I just barely dropped Lucy off at my mom's place, and we're gonna go pick up some of the supplies that we need for my tube care. Just because I don't really know what I'm gonna be sent home with, and I wanna make sure that I have gauze and cleaning supplies, whatever I need to kind of like take care of my tube until I can get an order in for my actual supplies. And so we're gonna go get those things now. Okay, so I'm back from running errands. Lucy is currently working on her food, and I picked up some things. It was kind of hard to find what I was specifically looking for. I'll probably have to end up ordering a couple of things, but this is what I have right now. So this I picked up a couple days ago. These are plastic studs to go in my piercing hole, because I'll have to take this out and I don't know how soon I'm gonna want to put it back in. And I also have an MRI scheduled in a couple weeks, so I'm gonna need those anyway. And then I got these like shower wipes just to clean all over my body, because who knows when I'm gonna shower, honestly. Food things. My wonderful mom is making me soup, so she made me 2 kinds of soup for my recovery, and this is some of the other things. So I already have a few things, but this is the rest. I picked up some lemonade just because I like that. I picked up these Made Good Star Crackers. These are basically the equivalent, the gluten-free equivalent to fishy crackers, but these are just like the plain flavor, and I really love these, and I'll want like a couple of crackers if I'm feeling kind of nauseous or if it's difficult to get things down right after surgery. Chocolate chips just for when I'm feeling better and need a snack, because that is my usual snack. And then is the rest of this. I got a bunch of these baby food packs because they're just super easy, they're convenient, and they're really good. And so I just bought a bunch of them. A couple of the flavors I have mango, apple. This one is banana, apple, mango with coconut milk. I have pear. This one is a new one I haven't tried. It's pumpkin, carrot, apple, coconut milk. And then I also had like a strawberry, banana, avocado one, which was also really good. And so that's those. This one is saved after. I also picked up some of Liquid IV to help with my hydration. That's also what the lemonade is for. I like to mix them. I picked up dog food because we won't be able to get to the store for a couple days or a week or so. And then here's some, I picked up these alcohol swabs just for sanitizing things. I picked up a couple of gauze pads just for cleaning. I couldn't find the split gauze ones to actually go around my tube, so I might have to cut some. I might have to buy them online. We'll see. And then I bought this Nextcare Strongholds like paper tape that's like allergy friendly, so I'm hoping that my skin will do okay with this. We'll see. And then I just bought a sandwich container for Matt for his meals. Yeah, that's what I got. Okay, it's much later. I'm putting away the soup that my mom made. So this is a chicken noodle soup. So there's no noodles in here. It wasn't cooked with noodles. It's gluten-free. Also have a Kampsborscht. So that's cabbage borscht is what this is. Okay, now that that's put away, I am exhausted. I did a lot of things today that I didn't vlog, but basically, I'm gonna sit on this couch here. Okay, what I didn't vlog was I rested a bit when I got home, and then I put our bedding in the wash so that I had clean bedding for when I'm recovering, and then I made supper for Matt because it's gonna be a long time before I'm able to make him a meal again, and so I made him some fajitas for supper, and then the dishes have been piling up and he was busy tonight, and so he vacuumed our bedroom and watched our dog while I quickly did a couple of dishes, and he was like, "You really should be done." And I'm like, "I know, but I'm gonna be in bed for like the next week, so it's okay if I overdo it just a little bit," which I totally did, because after that I had to get my nails off, and so I just put a clear gel over top of them because my nails are very like weak and brittle, just from lack of nutrition and stuff like that. So to protect them, I put a clear gel over top. Lucy's right here on top of the rug. And now I need to go shower so that I am clean, because I won't be able to shower for quite a while. So she's licking my toes. Oh, actually I shouldn't be letting her lick my toes. I'd stay with my toenail polish too. And I just put, it's just like a clear coat for like healing your, what's it called? The first layer of your nail, basically. And so I just put that on my toes. So yeah. I'm gonna end the vlog here because this video is already very long, and I figured I would vlog my surgery and recovery in the next video, so you can stay tuned for how that goes next week. So thanks for following along. Don't forget to give this video a like, and if you want to continue to follow my journey, I'd love to have you subscribe. And I appreciate all of you. I have such wonderful friends and family who are looking out for us and have joined us on this journey and are such a great support system for us, and I'm so thankful for all of you as well. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye!